telling women, listen, I'm telling you, I'm in these circles. You want to get in these circles, let me tell you what you need to do. One, don't think so highly of yourself. And two, no man's looking at you right now. You're overweight. You're a 4 at best. Very average. So you would have to do something a little extra in order to add to your stock. But I'm gonna tell you right now, you're not a 10.
So Samuels he was realistic. Even if it was humorous and seemingly disrespectful to those who might have taken that was a hit dog. Yeah, that's why I say, at first I was like, man, who is, what is this about? Why is he making this girl feel so bad? I feel bad for the girl. She is a 7, but he didn't have to say she was a 7. I mean, I fell for that at first. Then I got, I started gaining a better understanding. Now mind you, I mean, not that for some it may not matter. That's a Pisces nigga. So I kind of understood how he got more and more abrasive as he done it, as he kept on doing it. But then he was able to take the abrasiveness and capitalize off of it. But my thing is like the students or the former followers, they tend to bastardize the work. What I said, because I did press. We on live record right now. I did say, what you put up? You came up with the metaphor, but it's like that. As far as the meal that was Kevin Samuels, niggas just ate the dessert, and skipped the vegetables. They didn't. You said they just chewed. They just ate. They forgot about the meat and the bone. We said something about the meat and the bones in regards to.
Yeah, they chewed up the fat and spit out the meat. There was meat and potatoes in there that he was giving. They chewed on the fat part.
You say they chewed up the fat and spit out the motherfucking meat. I heard that.
Yeah, so they landed on something that resonated to their conscience and subconscious, most men, and
the feel good
the
part
women.
about it.
Yeah, the feel good part about it. Or the MGTOW.
Right, where he like clowning he clowning a woman, because they can't clown a woman in public, so it's entertaining to see somebody else do it online.
But Kevin Samuels was never on any of those platforms. He had his own platform, so he didn't go to Fresh and Fit and have them. I don't remember him being on Fresh and Fit.
I don't. You would probably know better than I would.
No, I don't remember him. He was in his own lane. He knew he stood on his square. He knew what he wanted to talk about, and he knew that he had to come and just tell the damn brutally honest truth. It's almost like Mr. Chime Time in these restaurants. Yeah. They don't like his ass, and he don't give a damn.
So that's what I mean. That's that's I fuck. That's Charleston, the character. Charleston, the offline, he different type of nigga, but online, it's like the truth. The people dislike him because he's brutal with the truth. And Kevin Samuels was brutal with the truth. Chime Time's brutal with the truth. Even the guy, the MMA guy that does all the full reviews, he's brutal with the truth, but he just has a way of doing it that's kind of Zen-like. What's his name?
I can't think.
With the dreads that Keith. Damn, his name.
Keith Lee.
Yeah, that nigga Keith Lee. That's how you.
And that's how I found Chime Time was through him, because Chime Time went to Baltimore, and one of my homegirls that's on Facebook, I remember when she opened up her restaurant.
Okay.
And cute girl. I mean, and when I saw her food, I'm like, bitch, I'm about to pull up. And the one time I did go to DC, I did not go to her restaurant. She chewed me. I said, you're supposed to be coming. When she posts her food, that shit looks so good. Yeah. And when he went to her, how I found out about him, he talked about her restaurant, and he said, I want this girl doing back here, but she goated it.
Goated. He came
everything in here is good.
He just came up here, I believe. He did some reviews because he did the chicken review. He reviewed all the chicken spots, and he was pretty much right. But he did a review for this other restaurant. I don't know if there was. It seemed like it was an Asian guy or whatever, but they had these type of, I don't know. It looked like the boudin balls, like these fried rice shit. They was brown and like and. Where he did the review, I don't know whether you heard in the news where he did a review of a restaurant in Chicago, and then the guy he had ran out of food and woo. That restaurant there, it's like downtown. I'm like, I saw that shit, and now that I looked at it, I keep on seeing other shit. That's why I said boudin balls, because I saw another video where this nigga had some hot Cheetos with some rice and jerk chicken and cheese. I'm like, God damn, nigga. And the people was eating it and the cheese was stretching and man. But I don't know how we got off topic of that shit. But.
I'm hungry and I'm about to pull up on something over here real quick, trying to go find me something. I'm lazy. You know, there is Waffle House. Can I go to Waffle House? Just save the trouble. But anyway.
Man, I got two bougie. I got two even I don't even live in Nashville no more. I got two bougie from Waffle House. I'll be like, I can cook this shit at home. Fuck a Waffle House.
Yeah, you can, but I mean, I'll give somebody $10 to hook me up with some stuff that I don't want to cook right now. I don't mind.
It's quick.
I give me an all-star breakfast. Yeah, Georgia, there's Waffle House on every corner. But I said all that to say about Kevin Samuels, pivot back to him and the whole brutally honest thing. When Keith Lee came, Atlanta niggers do the nigga shit. They got death threats with him and his family because he was honest about these old whack ass, bougie ass, tourist trap restaurants. Now, mind you, I'm gonna tell you, I've got a little bit of experience in the restaurant industry because I owned a food tour in the city of Atlanta like way back in like 2012.
Right.
Okay. I was one of the first food tours in the city. No one was doing it but me. Okay? I know what Keith Lee's talking about. I know good food when I taste it.
I know too from my limited experience when I came down there, because like I said, my little sister lived down there. I went to what's the singing chick? Candy. Is that her name, Candy? That restaurant is horrible. Was horrible for me. And y'all on TV acting like it's the fucking cordon bleu. What, man?
Nope.
I was mad. I
have a friend that works at Blaze. He's a chef. I mean, I'm cool with her. She was the manager at Blaze, her Candy's other restaurant. She did her best to help promote that restaurant in a positive way.
Right.
And I know she was just biting her tongue every time because he got shot there one time. Oh, it was bad. Nigga shit.
All the talking that she do is gonna be undermined once they go.
Yeah. Yeah.
The only thing that I give them props on the overpriced drink. It was pretty tasty, but the food, man, I forgot what I got because I didn't really get nothing. I think it was a side dish or something I got, but my mama and them ate that shit. I mean, y'all be ashamed, y'all. So I got mad at Candy. No, mammy them honorary, but I got mad at Candy too. Shit.
Not mad at Candy. Damn. Damn, poor Candy.
Oh man, yeah, she
go back to her. Yeah, she could go back to something else, do her little vibrators or whatever she was doing, her little sex toys. That might fare well. The other stuff ain't hitting and then that's another thing because she ain't the only one that's got a restaurant. Then Rashida and her husband got a restaurant. Okay. But I said all that to say, Keith Lee came and I said, ain't this just like Atlanta to get all in their feelings?
Atlanta was more sloppy than Texas.
Oh God, yeah. Oh gosh, yeah, hell yeah. Forever sloppy. And let me tell you, why am I not surprised? I know my city is
Y'all got
I know.
Atlanta got a cornucopia of niggas down there. Y'all got niggas from all corners of the United States of America, even globalized niggas.
Right.
So, and I'm like, when I come down, because I done drove and I done flew and all that shit, and I need to come down. I'm coming down there again soon because I need to go see my little
Okay.
sister. But I'm in Chicago. The way they work that traffic is like Nashville times 10, where how Nashville used to be. But as far, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what I'm trying to say here because I when I did come down, because I came down the last time I went to like a club type environment was during COVID, and I went to go get some Jamaican food, and it was like this little Jamaican spot, food club. The food was horrible to me, but they had a little club going on in the background. So I'm waiting for my food. I'm seeing all kind of bad, man. Maybe because they look different from the Chicago broad. Well, pardon my language, Chicago women, but it was some badass. Wow.
There's some cuties here. I'm not gonna lie. But it's mixed in. You know what I'm saying? It's some cuties, but they're all from everywhere. They might be from LA. They might be from New York. They might be from.
And then I feel for y'all because
Carolina.
I'm sure it's a lot of niggas down there, but y'all have to be questioning whether or not they pitching and catching.
Yeah, you gotta be careful. It's very, very selective. You gotta be very careful, and the ones you pretty much know.
Right.
Who's who, what's what. If you have a circle, I kind of try to stay within my little circle now because,
because you think about it. Think about this part of it, because this is another level of the game. Niggas can kind of get away with just when they going down, but I guess they might mess around, don't slip up and catch a one of them boxers. Nice because they say she won't stop at work. Don't mess around and slip up and get caught out there. Because they do some magic with the makeup and the motherfucking plastic surgery shit. That what I would have to be really conservative about. But niggas have it lucky down there because it's like, okay, so what if she like girls? If she like niggas, you in the good. If she can convince her girl to fuck with you as a nigga, then you even better. So it's not like
polygamy is real strong here.
Yeah, but I don't. And this damn niggas is too nasty. It ain't like the same. It ain't like it was. See, it's the ass eating took a whole different body to a whole different. And then
with polygamy.
The polygamy existed back then, but just the fact polygamy ain't nothing but a whole bunch of motherfuckers fucking and putting a name on it for some people, not for everybody, for some people. So it's like going down there, you seeing all, because when like I said, the last time I seen it, like in a clubbish type environment was during COVID, and everybody's pulled in the goddamn house, but nobody really was, because niggas is different.
Right.
It was bad, and then the first time, I guess I went down there. I was still in Fitz, going to Fitz, and I had a buddy that had some checks. He wanted to burn some checks out, so we went down there. Fuck around on Peachtree, just burning checks. To this day, I ain't seen a woman this fine. Oh my God, I still remember, man. And then she was just a regular working at the store chick. Let me leave you alone, Eric. Go ahead. We gonna land. We gonna land.
No, you good.
Yeah, I just went there for a minute.
What we got down here? I'm actually tired of the A.
I know. I would be tired. I can understand that. That's someplace like Vegas. I come visit. I don't want to live down there. I get sick of all them niggas around me. For real.
Yeah, I think the only thing I really could say I like about Vegas is the access to California.
Yeah, but I'm talking, when I say Vegas, I'd say just for the sake of a visit. It's a nice place to visit, but I won't want to live here. Chicago at first was like that for me, but I didn't got accustomed to, to the way I can move. I can move the way I want to move, and do what I, have access to what I need to have access to. That's what's beautiful about Chicago. I couldn't even go back. I wouldn't even really want to go back to Nashville after living up here.
Now Nashville's a vibe. I actually, when I drive by Nashville, I'm like, you know what? I need to actually stop on my way to going to see my mom. I need to actually stop in Nashville and actually see what they have to offer. Just kind of spend some time here.
They got a lot. I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm gonna tell you flat out. They got a lot, but I'm gonna say overpriced. I'm being stubborn because I remember old Poe Nashville when you could afford some, in some prime area, type shit. But they didn't build up shit, nice shit. Rooftop bars, especially when you go down there where the white people, that honky tonk shit go on, man, that'd be like
over there near Painter's Alley and the area where you can walk and drink.
Broadway and the Ryman Auditorium, Second Avenue. I think that's what it is. Second Avenue. Yeah. I mean, Nashville. I love living. I lived in Nashville a large part of my life. Chicago.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out.
Yes,
Chicago, a little bit too fast for me. Too fast. Atlanta's fast. Atlanta's slow. It's fast, but it's slow.
You have to live in the suburbs to live in. You don't want to live. Some people want to live in the city. I don't want to live in the city.
I'm good. I had a taste of the South Side. I saw how they got down.
If that's what you saw, you definitely don't want to move up here. I've been out west. I'm good.
I'm good.
It's a little bit different.
But when it comes to the cities and where everybody is and the blackness of it, I think that's one thing that if I do move, it's going to be a shock to my system because I'm going to be, even now when I go travel, when I go to visit my mom and to see so many of us not being there, it is a shock to my system. I just be like, ugh.
What's he talking about? Are you talking about Kentucky?
Yes, there's not a lot. Unless you go to Louisville, and even in Louisville, it's not a lot of us. And progressively, I could say it's not a lot of progressiveness for Black people.
See, Black people getting priced out of shit. What you think about Texas? People talking about Dallas, Fort Worth. Not so much Houston, but
I've never really experienced Dallas. I only kind of did a layover in an airport a couple of times, but I know a little bit about Houston. I've got family that live there. I'm kind of on the fence because people leave Atlanta and guess where they go? Houston.
They go to Houston?
They go to Houston, yeah. They leave Atlanta and go to Houston.
See, the thing about Texas, they make it seems like each particular city, like whether it be Dallas, Austin versus Houston, they're markedly different from my understanding. And the way they talk about Dallas and, even somewhere close like Fort Worth, they're similar but distinct. And,
right.
So, I mean, it's hella hot down there, I guess I would adjust to being a melanated being. I would adjust to the heat, but...
It's hot in Georgia.
Yeah, it is. It was hot in Nashville.
Already 91. It's 11:50 and it's 91 degrees.
Yeah, August.
Not playing.
August, yeah, that August shit. And now, Nashville maybe may not have been as hot as Georgia, but Nashville was hot too. And I lived in Georgia. I lived in Crawfordsville. When my aunt was still alive. I lived in Crawfordsville, Georgia, for a little while. And during the summertime.
Yeah, so you was really hot. So I don't know what we're gonna do. Like I said, when it comes to this whole election, I'm staying out of it. I'm not getting involved with the AKAs. I'm not getting involved with you Deltas. Don't come for me if I didn't send for you. I'm not into all the boule, bougie. I had someone ask me a question, well, why can't she eat hot sauce? Don't give a damn about her eating hot sauce. It's the fact that she's trying to overdo the fact that she's Black. When you're Black, you don't have to express how Black you are. You just are.
It's like they willfully ignorant over shit. They deflect. I said the deflection. Y'all got to cut the deflection out because it really it avoids you from asking further questions and finding out what you need to find out. You just saying, well, such and such did this, man. That era is over with. Uh, that used to be, when you playing the judge, y'all trying to go back and forth on some argument, but you're talking about it. I don't care for you. I don't care for. I'm trying. I can't even think of a metaphor. When Biden was, I don't care if they have to prop him up on the board. I'm going to vote for him before I vote for Trump. It's that I don't care if anything you say after that, and you trying to talk. If you say anything about my choices, and even if I was like, fuck, I'm gonna go vote for Trump. Even if I make that type of choice, the way that these niggas be out here trying to ostracize and put separations against people just because they fuck with that's the white man they like. Y'all like this white man. The one I saw that at the Chick-fil-A. I think when Trump went to Chick-fil-A and got something, and she was on, and he brought her out on stage, and she was out there voguing or whatever that shit. They was talking about calling her the mammy. Y'all mammy for Cammy. That's the black woman though, but still, I'm trying to figure it out because it's like even before Kamala, they did it for Biden.
Mm-hmm.
And they were looking at Biden as their savior before he finally bit the dust. And they lived through the same shit that the regular. I mean, if I was in my before I got the gig I got now and was just still hopping temp job to temp, I hopped from temp job to temp job under Barack Obama. I worked when I said I went to live in Crawfordsville, Georgia. I worked for my aunt. My aunt had like a nursing home or assisted care facility. Nigga was cleaning them up. Nigga was playing.
You told me.
Man.
See?
Can't nobody tell me shit. Can't nobody tell me shit about my opinion. Can't nobody tell me shit about the way I live, what I do. Because they're from a limited. Everybody that live their life and their lifestyle had the experience shit, but I don't know, Erica. I don't know.
No, I do know, and it's sickening and it's sad. But this is what we're gonna do. What we're gonna do is just gonna sit back and watch the same way we sat back and watched them cry about Biden. Right. Everybody's still deflecting on that. They're not really being honest.
And the thing about it was they shut up, and I keep on telling y'all, shut up. When y'all saw this shit was going on, y'all ain't say nothing. I was begging y'all say something. They ain't say nothing.
Nope, they're not going to say nothing because you got to admit that the people that have been talking about this is right. And I'm telling you, I had someone, a guy friend of mine, tell me, he said, Erica, if you think about it, this whole politics thing is just made to divide us. It's sent here to divide us. It's sent here to, just say, well, vote for this person. No, vote for this person. It's sent here to divide us.
Surprise, sir. Welcome to the to the now.
Yeah. Well, yeah, not only that, but no, I'm saying divide us just in every which way. They use other influencers. We use other influencers to talk about the immigration population and the things that's going on, and then now we've got this whole. Now the immigrants don't like black people. Okay, all right. So now that's a divide.
I'm checking it out. I'm sorry. I'm just this is
no, go ahead.
Just you can go on. We really don't need the politics to be divided, and you're saying like this part right here, like the certain media influence, they're not even politicians and aren't even politically educated enough to even talk politics, but they'll get a political skirmish going. I'm continuing.
Right. Right. And then guess what that is, though?
What's that?
What my friend was continuing to say, it's a distraction from what's really going on.
Mm-hmm.
It's a distraction. It's not meant for us to really, every time there's an election year, there's certain things that get swept under the rug that are serious that we need to know. You're hiding the fact that the country's going to shit. Like, we all know that the dollar ain't. but you're sweeping it under the rug about the economy by overshadowing being so focused on the Trump situation. If people paid attention, they would know that Trump is about the dollar.
Right.
And that you will remember my 401k shot through the roof under Trump.
They act like they forgot this shit. Theirs did too.
Trump, I had more money under Trump, even with the PPP, everything. We talked about this before. I had more money under his administration than I ever had. Trump would get an attitude if the gas got too high. He hated that shit.
Right, because he said that make it in ways like that reflected on him. Because they was always trying to come at him about the different type of shit.
Gas was so cheap. It was $2.20.
Oh man, that gas was shoot. Wow.
$1.99 one time it got.
Yeah, it's like
when that shit went to $2.50 and $3, he had a fit.
Gas up here like $4 and some change. And this is because
Chicago. Oh my God.
And this is because and people don't want to admit they say Biden ain't got nothing to do. This is because Biden got in between Russia and Ukraine. This ties back to all that, and then it also ties in to Israel, and whoever these various Middle Eastern or Indian folks or Muslim folks they supposed to be fighting Iran. Basically, ties into their oil field. Saudi Arabia, period. That's because Saudi Arabia is the big dog out of all of them because they got the most money. Them the Dubai building ass niggas. Them the niggas that build Dubai. So they have Russia involved, and then you got China biting in on Russia. So you want to interfere with Ukraine, with whatever going on in Ukraine in the name of democracy. Meanwhile, you want to put tariffs. That's what the word I couldn't think of last time. You want to put tariffs on shit against Russia, knowing how much America depends on shit to come from Russia. And nobody talks about this oil pipeline that allegedly that our government knows about. Organization blew up. It was oil line that went from like Russia to Europe. So they blew up the pipeline. So they interrupted the oil.
Yeah, they blew that. Yeah, it was strategic. It was strategic, and so this is what I'm saying. People, this is where, in my opinion, if it were me, and it is me, but if it were me, and I'm speaking for other people that are out here in struggle mode, survival mode, whatever you want to call this, right? Get your money together, get your shit together, get you a life insurance policy, figure out how to make your children rich. Okay. Yep. Okay, that's the quickest way to make your children millionaires, or at least close enough to middle class, by giving them an insurance policy of at minimum $100,000 at minimum. Now you got to work with depreciation.
That's just enough. Though you'll be tricked it off if you ain't careful, son or daughter. So this is
and it's trust. They have trust. They have revocable trust that you can find out about how to do things like they do. They have IULs. They have all these other financial things that Black people, while we spending money on brunch and going on trips and trying to be outside, these are things that if it were me, I would get my credit straight. Make sure my credit was top notch. That way you can get in rooms that other people wish they could be in. Your credit is like one of the things that you have to have when it comes to leverage. Get you a business and then do business credit. I would do that. These are things that these quote unquote influencers need to be extending to Black people and telling us what to do. I love Dr. Claude Anderson for this. That was his whole life's work.
And that's what we and that's one aspect that we didn't really touch upon, the credit aspect of it. And it may be just coincidental or just happenstance, but when I started the job I'm on the same January that he started being president. So I was kind of building it because I was always looking for like something that's permanent. Doing it underneath Obama, unemployment was all fucked up. You couldn't really find no decent ass job to pay some money. So I finally found a little gig. I'm straight. So now I'm building my shit up. So then I buy me a car. I buy me a car off the lot. I had never bought a car off the lot. Bought me a car off the lot. Started getting me, bought me a secure, got me a secure credit card. I started off with no credit. Now they say that no credit is as bad as having bad credit. I understand that to a degree. Huh? Did you say no? It ain't.
Sure is.
Did you say it
It
is?
is. Yes, it is.
I'm like,
because they can't trust you. Okay, so a lender, they see that you haven't even attempted to start to work on your credit. Now, back in the day when you didn't have credit, the first card you would be able to get, I know my first credit card was Fashion Bug.
Damn.
I had a little $100 limit, but they knew that, one, I was going to college. Mm-hmm. And they knew that was that predatory thing that they was doing for college students, that all you had to do was sign up for this book bag and you get $1,000 Discover card. You remember that when you were going to college?
I got an $800 stereo from Electronic Express.
Yeah, see what I'm saying? Yeah, see, and so that was our way of building credit back then. Back then it was a little bit more lenient. Right. But now it's about trust. Now you have heavy fraud. So now they don't know. They want to make sure you're you. They go and they back things up with the Social Security Administration. So when it comes to your credit and you looking on paper and you are 50-something years old with no credit, okay, there's a problem.
Right. I'm like, well, damn, that means I ain't, because even though I had credit cards back then, I just pretty much let the motherfuckers fall off the vine where they're from the vine. I never used credit from like the early 90s on up until like maybe was it 2018. 2018.
But then I talked to one of my other friends. I actually have a client where I'm working on her credit. I got some stuff I got to do for her too when I get home. But she said her parents have an 800 credit score. She said no lie, no. And
that's what I was getting to. I'm sorry. I was almost at 8. Because I heard about that you can get higher than it. And I was like, damn, I'm gonna get higher than 8. I was almost at 8. Then this motherfucker got in, and all the shit started going up. And between that and just certain little personal shit happening, I said I need to use a credit card for this because I didn't, I was already using a credit card, but it was like I'm borrowing for myself, and I'm still borrowing for myself. But it's like, well, damn, I didn't have to do shit, consolidate loans and shit like that. Consolidate credit cards by getting loans, and and had to buy these cars and shit. So I went from like a 775. I'm like at 7. I may be a little, might be slightly below that. And it's like, well, shit. They talking about the interest rate, and this is all in the name of interest rates, because when the interest rates are lower, I knock it on out. And it's not growing on me. It's growing too fast for me. That's what I'm really trying to say. The shit is growing too fast for me. And they will keep on talking about they want to raise it. And y'all saying that this is a great economy and, raising interest rates is what helps the economy. Motherfucker, that means that you ain't got no credit. I don't know what it is. I just don't get it. And they want to talk about and we've been and talked about shit with the bride black or not. Whether we believe she black or not don't matter. What the fuck is she about to do for us?
Nothing.
And nobody want to add. Nobody wants.
They can't see that she's trying too hard to get the black vote. You don't have to try that hard. If you are who you say you are, we don't have a problem voting for you. If you come with some real answers to some real issues, then we'll tune in. We've got some educated black people that have enough sense to make decisions, but then we also have some that will just follow the leader.
But what the thing about it is, it's and she's going to have to, and it's really going to be interesting to see if it really goes there. The immigration thing, man, when they bring up, because what when she was running for president the first time, and when she was fucking with Biden the first time. They kept on drilling Trump about the Muslim ban, and and because you remember that they had to whip the Asians back, but not the Asians, the Haitians back off the border, but they was letting all other kind of motherfuckers in. Stop Asian hate and all that shit. We gonna do something for the Indian Asians and all this shit.
And she was behind that. People don't realize it, but she really was.
We don't want to build the wall. This is America. This is not who we are. Your kids in cages, all that shit. Y'all, you was rice mag and dab in the middle of that shit. You got to explain this shit to a Democratic bastion of a city called Chicago, Illinois, where these motherfuckers is getting thousands of dollars a month. Sitting on bank rolls of food stamps and shit as high as food in. Imagine if you had $1,500 in food stamps on your shit for the month. And this was done. This was assisted and facilitated by your black Democratic mayor with a motherfucking mohawk in 2024. He got a mohawk haircut in 2024. Brandon Johnson. Like he a surfer nigga.
Yeah, it's. I think if black people just really just pause, just do a self search. Just pause for a minute. Just don't let them bombard you with all the emails. I got a text message the other day talking about, will you vote for her? Listen, don't ask me how you get my number.
Right.
How you get my number? I don't even like Kamala. Like, if you looked at my timeline, you'd know this would be the wrong number to call. I hit him with a hell no. You know what I'm saying? Stop texting me.
I don't know if you've seen that screenshot because it seemed that I got an inbox from Messenger from her campaign or whatever, not from her. You know what I'm saying?
Shoot, hell no.
Right? Yeah. I said if you don't go to hell, you better. And I screenshot the shit, put it. I'm so goddamn.
Yeah.
I'm so ignorant.
Hell no. And I'm telling you, black folks, I'm telling you, listen, and I'm gonna tell you who said it. One of your cousins, one of our mutual friends, and I didn't even know I was like mutual friends with your cousin, but I'm mutual friends with.
Vic said it.
Yeah, but I'm kind of friends with anybody in the house music community, anything house music related.
Oh yeah, y'all buddies then, because that nigga go hard for that house music.
Yeah, like I'm telling you, that's how I met him, because I was at a house event in Tulum.
Okay.
And he was there, and that's when he proposed to his wife. And I was there on the beach when he proposed to her.
That's what's up.
So, yeah, it was dope, actually. And, but there's another guy, his friend Rodney, I think. He be going hard. He don't have no filter. He said, listen, let me tell y'all something. He said, and he said it best. And I had to think about it. He was like, listen, if Kamala gets in office, people are going to suffer in the worst ways ever. Financially, mentally, physically. It was like people are going to have downs.
Yeah.
Even white men are going to question the decisions that she's making and think she's a lunatic.
White boy from Canada, white man from Canada.
Yeah, the financial system is going to shit. Yeah. And he was like,
it's already doing that though, and they can't stop.
It's already doing that, but imagine it being worse.
Because the thing about it is, and people are still not even talking about is how the world is moving away from the petrodollar.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And then you also have to consider that the fact that it's not so much that things are getting higher, it's the value of the American dollar is not as value. It's lost its value.
And I had a dream last night. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know why I had this dream, but I had a dream that I tried to pay someone in cash and they wouldn't let me.
Ooh. Yeah, but
I was like, my money's not good. Like, no, it has no value. Put a pin in
that dream, sis. Put a pin in that motherfucker dream, because my mama say keep some cash money around with me, and then that's just in the name of your car. But in a way, it's kind of like, well, shit. it may get to a point where your money, your gold, your precious metals, that ain't gonna mean a motherfucking thing either. It's gonna be whether you got something to drink, you got something to eat, where you sleeping at.
Yeah, that's why I'm imploring Black people, don't get caught up in the I'll just say it, shenanigans that is this voting for someone because you want her to be the first Black woman.
Right.
Vote for your life.
Right. But
you want to talk about vote or die? Vote for your life and put these people and hold these people accountable.
And I'm gonna be wrong with not saying, but that's just my perspective. And you can't even voting for your life really would be like saying getting out of the middle of people's shit. But
listen, vote like your people's future depends on it.
Well, who can you vote for that though? You can't either.
Listen. You know Trump has a track record of running his mouth and not doing anything harmful against Black people.
Yeah, right. The Black Trump.
Go with the person that's not trying to harm and undermine us.
Right.
He doesn't have that history. Who the hell did he pardon?
Right, nigga.
Kwame Kilpatrick. First one he pardoned. Lil Wayne or somebody.
Yeah, I mean, he did. The first step back. I talk about the legislation, but they don't. They ain't hearing that shit. But
and that's the problem. People want to go with who's popular, and see, they know that, and they don't realize that they're just doing what Martin Luther King said he did to Black people. What did he say he did? What did Martin Luther King said he did? He said, "I really wish I wouldn't have been so, nonviolent. I led my people into a burning bush or whatever."
Burning house.
Burning house, yeah. He was like, "I led my people there." This is what's still happening. We're still going on this whole same Martin Luther King ideology. We're not thinking for ourselves. And see, that's the thing. We're programmed to do that. We're programmed to not think for ourselves.
See, the thing about it is that you have these people, they be so strong in their chest trying to talk about, call you a sellout, this, that, and the third. And it's like, well, hell, one of the perennial speakers in regards to black empowerment, Malcolm X, he has a whole speech about them kind of people, and y'all had this speech for years, and y'all won't even carry no questions to them people and ask them people. Well, he said this about y'all, and I had the evidence that y'all have actually been doing this here. There's something called what do they call that thing? Benign neglect. There has been benign neglect. The only thing that y'all said that y'all cheer for us and push for us to have, Planned Parenthood, and that was in the name of mother health and all that shit, and then you have the social, the expansion of welfare shit,
right?
Where it's like, okay, we gonna give y'all this money, but y'all got to do this, and this a whole thing. Go ahead and get your breakfast, sis. I'm just yammering on, and plus we've been going on. We probably got about an hour on this motherfucker live. I'm gonna tell you about this YouTube live shit because YouTube be fucking. They first just on some unrelated shit. They gonna send me a notification talking about, well, you've been denied from the Google AdSense program. I'm like saying to myself, I ain't even applied. What the fuck you mean? I'm denied. They already kicked me out because y'all kicked me out. They took that. I had I qualified for monetization. Charles and let me use his videos. I had maybe 40,000 watch hours. And YouTube would never let me monetize. So I said, "Fuck y'all monetization." Just fell off of it. So they gonna come immediately. Actually, like I tried to monetize. What I'm saying, when I say that to say, as I'm looking at this live, my YouTube live, I've been on here for 44 minutes. It says 0 watches, 0 likes. I've been watching it jump. I've been watching not just saying the numbers or whatever. I've been watching jump like somebody was typing or like it was moving.
Oh wow!
They shadow ban the fuck out of niggas.
Yeah, shadow ban.
You see how they do it on Facebook? Facebook used to be like this, but they kind of didn't like. They feel like they try to give me. They know I'm not gonna holler at Toby. I'm just gonna keep on holler, just holler. Period. But it don't make sense.
I'm gonna type what I know you need to do, and then because we're not gonna say it, I'm just gonna tell you. I'm just gonna tell you off the grid. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you off the grid what needs to happen.
Tell me about IP addresses and all that shit. I'm like, man, shit, I didn't have this number and this shit forever. I ain't about to fuck them people. You know?
Yeah, but you do have a message, and the sad part about it is that you're not the only one that has to go through this. So, with that being said, you definitely want to just take other measures to kind of sort of get around it as best you can, and then move on from there. Because we do have something to say, and the shadow banding is going to get even extra because of the elections and all the things. You can't say certain words.
I done been
you can't really say Kamala name. You can't,
I mean, I've been tagging the shit out of him because I've been through it already. I done been through this before. I done been through it with Hillary and Trump and and even before
Obama.
When I was saying fuck Obama, I done been through this before. That's why the Real Beauty of Black Relationships page can't really, they hinder its growth. They actually subtract followers away from that page.
Right.
Right. And to say, and one thing, because I can also say this, like if I share your shit, or like if I like something that comes directly from your channel, that shit'll blow up. I can blow other motherfucking people. I can blow other people's shit up. But if I share my own shit or do my own shit on my page, I ain't fucking me at all. 100 views, 112 views, 75. I'm happy with it. Once upon a time, Facebook would have a nigga damn near suicidal if you really serious, if you young and stupid, because they just be disrespectful. Damn, y'all, I know y'all let somebody hear this shit. Facebook, y'all ain't got to do it like that. God damn.
Right. Exactly. But I mean, just in to land my little plane, I'm definitely still standing on people getting their stuff together. I can see it in the industry that I'm in, and I know how. The system's not set up for us. It's designed, Okay, so for instance, people are wondering why Atlanta is scam capital. Shit. I mean, if you're trying to live a lifestyle that they perceive on Love and Hip Hop, they're trying to live these lifestyles. They're trying to, buy the nice cars and live in the nice penthouses and wear the nice clothes. But in order to get it, they've got to do something dirty.
Yeah, they either got to be predator or prey.
No, and then, I don't know if you remember, but I remember one time Tariq was talking about all these influencers, all these women getting flued out and whatever. I found out from a colleague yesterday. He was like, do you know how them girls get to Dubai? Like, they allow the men over there to defecate on them. Yeah.
Yeah, the shit on it.
I said, shit on him. I said, you mean like shit on, like fuck you, bitch, I'm shitting on you? No. He's like, no, literally. He was like, and they get paid millions to let that happen.
I done heard about it.
And I was
like, these motherfuckers, man, they'd be like, open your mouth. You want $1 million? You open your mouth.
And the only thing is, and it's mostly ours. You don't see the other.
Them exotics go over there too. But yeah, it'd be like ours to stick out.
It's mainly us.
And then let me stop right there for a second. You got to be careful with that too, because they may be continental Africans. The American woman, even they may be hit the gutter, but there's a certain level they may take it. They may take a little pee on them, but that should be a shit on. That's something different. You got to have
a different ball game. It is different.
You got to have a different kind of mind to get shit on, for real.
No. Yeah, and then for society, to be really shit on in society terms too. So you gonna shit on me twice.
And that goes back to me talking about this sex shit, because then you see motherfuckers open their name out, let motherfuckers spit in their mouth and shit. Bitch, what you doing?
No. After COVID, pre-COVID, during COVID, like, are you kidding? Like, it's just crazy. But I said all that to say is that, people are in survival mode, so they're having to do unethical things.
Yeah.
And they'll push it to the limit to do it because we're set up in a society that's set up for failure. I used to believe in the whole American dream. I thought that there actually was one. I saw
Make America
people that I saw people living it. My cousins and family getting married and buying their home and having their children.
And theoretically, it may very well have been true, but it was forces that was going against that. They worked against it.
But I can say now it's not easily attainable.
Nah, it's just damn near impossible. The middle class, the middle class is extinct almost. The black middle class especially. You got either you poor or you fake or you generic rich.
Right. And I'll say this, like, if you think about it, I just got through watching Snowfall again. Now we know it's loosely based on a certain person.
Right.
However, the story's still the same.
Right.
What was going on? That was the Reagan era, right?
Yeah.
And when I watched the ending, because I sometimes when you're watching something, you watch it the first time, you miss little key points. And me and a friend, we'll analyze it. We break it down.
Let me stop you for a second too, because I was like I was an early watcher, but then I stopped. I can't because I don't even know how. I don't know the cliffhanger. I don't know how to end it or nothing. I know that
okay, so I can't tell you because it'll be a spoiler.
It may very well be a spoiler, but I don't know if I'm gonna watch it though, because sometimes I just.
Okay, well, if you're not gonna watch it,
go ahead and tell me. I still be able to enjoy it if I do have to watch it. Go ahead, because I know he got. Once they told me he got on crack, I was like, oh yeah, okay.
No. What happened was he ended up at the top, and I actually, what it does is it glorifies it. Let me tell you, first of all, let's talk about James Idris. Brilliant actor. I'll give him his props. He's from the UK. He's brilliant.
Yeah, he said. I remember WC taught him how to be California.
Yeah, he's brilliant. I'll give him his props. So, just imagine a man at the top of everything, having everything, starting this whole thing, starting the actual formula, figuring it out, and distributing. Now, it's as bad as it is, the show tries to make you seem like you want to feel sorry for him. It makes you feel like, dang, he had all this.
Franklin was really just trying to help people.
Yeah, right. Like, Franklin was this, he was that, right? Yeah. So it deceives you into thinking that you're glorifying a person that's actually doing good. No, he was not. There's people still suffering, and the residuals and the auxiliary of the crack Reagan era. They're still the reason why we got some of these idiots out here now is because of the crack baby. It's in our DNA. A lot of the stupid stuff that they're doing, a lot of them probably had mamas and grandmamas that was on crack.
Black culture. That's black culture.
So, right. So, while you're watching the show, you're looking at the money aspect because he grew up in the projects and he made his way to the top. So, just like in The Wire, just like with old boy, he tried to go do real estate and try to do all this, that, and the other. You can't get out the game once you're in, you're in. And if you do somebody dirty and you try to, they came and went and got him. They got Idris Elba. They ended up getting him at the end.
And you skipping the classic for everybody, Paid in Full. Everybody paid in full. There ain't no way out that shit. Your ass gonna get caught up.
But the sad part is it's been so glorified, right?
Yeah.
That when it ended and the way it ended, and I watched it the second time, and I paid attention to the last two seasons, and I nitpicked it apart, and I focused on it. I'm like, okay, why is he spiraling? Okay, so he's unhinged at this point. He lost $73 million, but the guy tried to tell him the $73 million wasn't yours. I own you. It's my money. It's not yours.
Right.
You were working with the CIA. You were working with the KGB and the CIA. Did you really think I was going to let you have this power?
Right.
You?
Right.
You're nobody unless I make you somebody, and that's what he said. I made you.
Yep, the only reason you out here breathing. The only reason you out here breathing and moving around, and without even telling me the spoiler for that yet, I saw that from the beginning. You are, man.
Yeah, but they didn't, and a lot of Black people don't, and it correlates to what we're doing now.
It goes to the code.
Everything you do. You're jumping in the bed with these politicians. And you're jumping in the bed
it's the code. You speaking code right now. You speaking nearly for the code. Right. Which way? Which way is the white? Where the white man? You know, I forgot how exactly it said. You know, no matter what, the Black, you know, we always looking for the white man. You know, where's the white man's education? Where's the white man's job? Where's the white man's religion? Where the white man food supply? Where the white man hospital? Where the white man bank at?
White man neighborhood.
Right, white man school. You know, I'm probably
white man ice is colder.
Yeah, so it's like, but even it's like, you know, it's like, well, it's socializing you because you broke. Nigga.
You're broke, and so you'll go for broke and do anything at all costs.
Right.
So even after family was getting killed, family was being ostracized, and everybody pit each other against each other. I was sad at the end how it went, right? But then I thought about it and said it couldn't go no other way.
He got what he
ending to this bullshit.
Right, this how you play the game. You know, you know what it is when we go into it. Even I was lucky because I just sold weed for the most part, but shit, I still was lucky. I ain't never go to prison. Suddenly, goddamn.
No, listen, I had the opportunity one time to almost really. I don't know if I told you, but I did. I went to New York and I was doing my thing, and I was like, you know what, Erica, God actually spared you.
Yeah,
because just think if somebody would have said, "Open your suitcase."
Yeah, and the fucked up part about Eric, I done the transport shit like that, you know, the that shit, but I also did it just being the distributor nigga, you know.
It's not worth it, and I'm glad I had enough sense at that time to say, you know what, if I gotta struggle a little bit, let me struggle, because guess what happened? Not even a month after that, all my homeboys got popped. Every single one of them. I was at work. What saved me was I always kept a job. And the dude I was messing with at the time, that was big time, he always told me, Eric, I need you to keep your job.
Right.
That's one thing. He was from New Guinea. He was real cool. That's why I said this whole FBA, all this stuff, you don't like these immigrants. No, I got some people that looked out for me, still looking out for me.
Yeah,
and they're
still
first generation Jamaican, and they're down like Fort Flats, and they're giving look me in my face advice like, no, don't do that. And this one actually told me this, even though he was in it, he was like, I want you in, but I really don't. I need you to do this. I need you to go to work. Went to work. I had a pager blowing up, 911. I'm like, what is my pager blowing up? So I leave and I go, I'm gonna go make my phone call on a payphone. And one girl called me. She said, everybody's popped except your dude. Where is he? And I said, I don't know. I said, he told me that, if everything's something popped, he would just bounce and he'll get in touch with me later.
Right.
But I don't know. I wouldn't tell you even if I knew.
Right, because you might be calling for him.
I did know he had an apartment. I knew he had an apartment that only he and I knew of. Right. So I went over there. I had a key. I went over there carefully, though. I didn't go right away. I kind of went maybe a couple of days later because I was trying to wait to see if I could hear back from him first before I just went there because I didn't know what was going down. But when I tell you every single one of the people, and guess what? And he trusted me. The only sad thing about him, he didn't listen to me because I said, you know what? Sean don't like me. This one chick in the project, she didn't like me. And I was like, I don't trust her. I think she's jealous of me. I think she's jealous of you. But he would do everything kind of sort of at her house, right? And I was like, stop fucking with her. Something about her, I think because she knows too much, she's kind of here in it. She's all involved. I say no. He was like, no, she cool because we pay her this. Oh, okay, bet. All right, I'm telling you, she gave me this look. She act funny. She even had some girls try to jump me one time. Like, it was real bad. Like, because she was jealous that I was messing with him, right? It was big time.
Yeah, man. I'm sure he had a flock of,
Had a what?
Yeah, I'm sure you had you know, if you're the man, you're gonna have a few women around you.
Oh yeah. But you're not gonna have a main. You're not sending your few women to New York. You're sending your main to New York and coming back.
I don't know.
Shit. You're sending the one you know you can trust, and the one that
was you bringing back to work, or was you bringing back was you carrying the money, or was you carrying the work? Because a nigga, a lot of times, a sacrifice to lamb for to get that work back.
But he came with me. It wasn't like I was by myself. Okay. He came with me, but I went first and brought the money. But anyway, long story short, yeah, they do sacrifice them, but he knew he had loyalty. Right. Because he tried it with somebody else that didn't have it. But I also knew them niggas was from New Guinea and they was crazy. So I wasn't about to, because I thought about it, because when I had a layover in Maryland, I was like, what would happen if I got off this plane?
No, yeah, I mean, that's just.
And then I was like, well, they'll probably find me and kill me, so let me just stay on this plane.
I mean, that's just a personal period, but I mean, I can understand that if they people from a different country, so they would be about their shit just by default. So that's what
they
got a sense about.
Yeah, they about it. They was about. I mean, I knew I had enough sense. I might have been about 20 years old, but I knew enough about them, and I had seen them get down that I was like, this ain't what I want. This is, I'm a little small town country girl, but I know enough about this.
Don't end up in
so long story short, like after they all got popped, and he hit me up a month later, he got the hell on. Didn't nobody know where he was. Mm-hmm. He gave up the place, and then I guess what, started seeing the niggas on the.
Seeing the niggas. What?
Yeah, it was on the news. Like they had made national news, local news, because one was a fugitive, and the other was he was a first time offender, but he ended up getting a minimum of 5 years. I don't know what he got. All I know, they raided the place, Sean's place, because she gave up state's evidence. She had been talking to some people, and she snitched on everybody, like I told him she would, and he didn't listen, shut the operation down, which was good, but this is what I meant to say. All the times that I was over at that bitch house, all the times that I was kicking niggas, going out to eat, renting cars, doing all the things, God spared me.
Yeah, I mean, I've been spared, folks. I got spared a couple times because when I got caught at I went to when I was still in Nashville, and I had a bite. I'm trying to get somebody. And they was really and now when I think about it, I guess if my paranoid mind would speak, they didn't necessarily say how much they wanted. But I knew they claimed that they wanted more than just a dime or a quarter or something like that. So I got the motherfucking digital scales and bought like a half a pound in my book bag, and I'm in the park with a
whatever. Yeah.
So I'm seeing we sitting there, I'm about to roll up. I'm seeing the 5-0 and them, they coming up, because when you said Hadley Park, it used to be like a circle, so you could see who was coming in, whatever. So I'm seeing the police come in, and they not going the way you're supposed to go. Like you're supposed to go this way and come around this way, but they coming in the way you're supposed to go out. So I'm like saying, I'm seeing them coming. So I said, nigga, what you want me, cause this nigga, he was the I mean, I'm the catching nigga. I got he my plug. Fuck it, I said the nigga was my plug.
Right, whatever, right.
And I'm like saying, this your weed or whatever, man. I mean, I can go, I can get it because I'm just North Nashville. I've been living in North Nashville, whoopty blam. In my mind, what you want me to do? Me being a little dumb, stupid nigga, I sat in the car till the police pulled up and they searched the shit. They pulled the weed out, and I had it was like a half a pound of weed and scales. And, it wasn't no small baggy shit. I told them I go get weed and I got the scale because I want to make sure I don't want to get ripped off. I gave him some script with the shit, but I thought I was done, really. And I guess what they gave me simple possession, and I'm like saying, y'all must have took some of that goddamn weed, because I know the shit I had wasn't possession weed. But I ended up getting like an 1129 supervised probation and shit on it. And still almost violated that shit, but between the catching of the weed and the transport and the handling and niggas coming to my house to get the weed and me, whoever I was dealing with in the course of doing what I was doing, I could have went to prison easy. But you know, by the grace of God,
I'm telling you, man, it wasn't worth it. I'm glad God spared me.
For the blood. By the stop. No, don't be fucking with the people. Them people Jesus on for my mama. Don't be fucking my mama Jesus on Sunday. I bet not.
It ain't gonna happen to you.
Yeah, but I'm still tied to it because I bought up in it. But you know.
I'm saying, but I just said all that to say they glorified it and made it seem like it was something, and it really wasn't nothing to glorify at that moment at all.
It still ain't. Now them niggas killing.
No, it still ain't. But I'm just saying it was just something that
I received.
When I look at it in happenstance, it was actually survival. So he was just trying, but that's how they set it up. They set it up to be survival mode.
I receive what you talking about. What I'm talking about now, these niggas is killing, and you know, it's trapping ain't the same because trapping is not the same. You can't double zero odd trap in 2024. You can't do 2000s trap a 90, 97, 98, 99 trap. You can't trap the same way now that you did back then now because the technology done whooped the nigga ass. Too many cameras on the corners. Just other shit with it. You know, and I don't, and so what it's turned to now is just, I don't know, it seemed to me, I don't know how these, this money, getting money. It's like they getting high, whatever, to serve the pills or whatever, and they killing each other, and they making songs about killing each other. I don't know how to get money out of killing each other, and I don't know how to get money trapping. But I guess, if you got illegal drugs and legal drugs being sold and somebody making money, but goddamn, it's different. I don't know. Well, shit. Let me end this live shit because I'm yammering on right now.